Hi dear students. So in our last class we were learning up to the understanding of resonance. What are the different rules to determine which among the resonating structure is more stable? Very important. So you might have learned all those things, I hope. Okay. Now we are going to see the fourth application, that is the resonance can be used to determine the acidic and basic strength. Now you might have seen the same topic under inductive effect also, as I told, right? The concept remains the same. Only thing is that once H plus is donated, we need to see the how the remaining structure is stabilized. Now in the remaining structure there will be resonance will be there, sometimes inductive effect will be there, sometimes hyperconjugation. But the priority is always resonance, then hyperconjugation, then inductive effect. Okay. And the same about basic strength. Base means what? Something that is capable of donating a lone pair or OH minus, or it can accept H plus. Okay. So once after donating the, we will check with the resonance. If resonance is there, what is happens? This lone pair will enter into resonance and it will not be available for donation. Then I can say it is a bad base. Suppose if resonance is not there, means that lone pair is available for donation. We will see all these things under the today's session. Okay. So as I told, application of resonance to determine the acidic and basic strength. Okay. Now let's see. Again, I have gone to the same slide. Carboxylic acids are more acidic than phenols. What is the reason for this? Very important. Most of the time they used to ask this. So let me. I think already I have explained this, but let me explain it one more time. So you can see here I am writing a carboxylic acid like RCOOH. Okay. So this one, after donating the H plus, this will become RCOO minus and H plus. Now, if you see into the RCOO minus structure, you can see here you have carbon with a double bond O and you have O minus. Now, if I look into this structure, I know that there is a negative charge, single bond, double bond. So what is the rule? There is a conjugation is there. That means this negative charge will move towards the pi bond. That is the rule. Then how the resonating structures can be drawn are, now if you see here, this double bond is shifting in this direction, that is towards double bond, towards the pi bond. So when the double bond comes here, what will happen? This will get repelled and this will come here as minus charge. So I can draw the structure like this. Now if I look at these two structures are almost identical. Only thing is that now if you change the orientation, you are getting the same. So I can say these are equivalent RS. Equivalent RS means equivalent resonating structures. Now the same thing, if you see in the case of phenols, as I have already drawn for you, just for your understanding I am again drawing. This is what is phenol actually. Okay, so from the phenol, if you are donating the H plus, what will happen? You will get phenoxide ion. Okay, correct. This is phenoxide ion. Now I can represent this via like this as well. Okay, so if you see here double bond, you have a structure like this, minus charge. Now you know that there is minus charge, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond. So that means it can have 5 resonating structures. That means this double bond will move towards the pi bond and it will keep on going like that. So for example, let me draw the first structure for you. I have already drawn this, so I'm not repeating. So oxygen minus charge will come here. So this pi bond will get repelled and this will become a minus charge here. Then you have pi bond here, correct? Then you have pi bond here. So this is the first resonating structure. Now next step, what will happen? This will form a pi bond here. So this will get repelled and this forms a negative charge here. So like that I can say 5 resonating structures are possible. This we have already seen. But we know that if the resonating structures are equal or they are equivalent, always equivalent resonating structures are more stable than unequal resonating structures. So even though the number of resonating structures are more for phenol, but the 2 resonating structures of carboxylic acids are equivalent. That is the reason why carboxylic acids are more acidic than phenols. I hope you understood. This is very important. Okay. Now this is what I have shown. The same reason you can see here. The molecule having equivalent resonating structures has more stability than the molecule having non-equivalent resonating structures. So you can see here these two are equivalent resonating structures. So equivalent resonating structures, more stable anions, so the corresponding acid is more acidic. Okay, but here if you see 5 unequal resonating structures, less stable anion, since negative charge is being shared by oxygen, is less on electronegative carbon. So correct, because negative charge was on oxygen atom, that means that is more stable, but the negative charge is getting distributed to carbon atom. Carbon atom is a less electronegative atom. That is also one more reason you can say. But the satisfied answer is the one is having equivalent resonating structures and other is having non-equivalent resonating structures. I hope you got a fair idea. Okay. Now let's come to the next one. Why phenol is more acidic than alcohols? Okay, phenols means actually just now we have seen here. This is phenol, correct? We have seen just now. Okay, that is benzene with OH group into it, correct? So that is basically phenols. Now we know that phenols, after donating the H plus, what it will become? It will become phenoxide ion, something like this, O minus and H plus. Okay, now we know that this has 5 non-equivalent RS resonating structures. Now next one, alcohols, normal alcohols, that is ROH. One example I can take here is maybe CH3, CH2, OH, ethanol. Now in this case, if you see, after donating the H plus, this will become CH3, CH2, O minus and H plus, correct? But if you see the detailed structure of this one, you know that CH3 bonding CH2 and you have O minus. Now if you see this structure CH3, CH2, it has what effect? Basically plus I effect, correct? So this will repel electron towards this atom. Then what will happen? Electron density of oxygen atom increases. Electron density of the oxygen atom increases. If it is increasing, what will happen? Then it becomes unstable. So that means there is no resonance. Okay, no resonance in aliphatic alcohols. Clear? So in aromatic alcohols like phenol, there is resonance is possible. That makes the phenoxide ion. This is called phenoxide ion, more stable, because it can donate the H plus and it can form resonating structures. What is the meaning of that? This minus charge will keep on distributing or moving around the benzene ring, so that oxygen will not have any negative charge at for a particular moment. Then if some electrophile comes also, it cannot attack because this minus charge keep on wandering. Understood? Very simple. Now let's see the same thing, just I have shown in printed letters. So phenoxide ion stabilized by resonance, so more acidic. But alcohol, alkoxide ion, if you have an aliphatic chain, that is alkyl part, there is no resonance, that is it is a less stable anion. That is the reason for that. Clear? Okay. Now next thing. Okay, what is basic strength? As I told, you can call something as a base. When you can call something as a base, if it is capable of donating electrons, or if it is capable of donating OH minus ion, or if it is capable of accepting, okay, accepting H plus ion. These are the basic 3 definitions. So any one of these you can make use of. Okay. So now how this is related with resonance, that's what we are going to see. I will explain that with examples. Okay. Now you have a question in front of you, something like this. Very good question. So you have something like the first structure given here is, okay. So the first structure given here is aniline. You can see here benzene. Okay. So you have benzene here with NH2 attached. This is called aniline. So you know that NH2 has a lone pair also present there. Now if you see here, lone pair, single bond, okay, double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond. Okay, so that means there is conjugation is there. So what this NH2 can do, it can enter into resonance. So what will happen if it is entering into resonance? I can say the next structure will be something like this. It will form double bond because lone pair will shift towards the double bond. So you have NH2 here. So when lone pair is lost, there will be positive charge. Now what will happen to this one? This will get repelled and it will form a minus charge here, and you have something like this. Now in the next step, what will happen? Again, this can form a bond here, so this will get repelled and this forms a minus charge here. So I hope I have already taught you how to draw resonating structures. I am not drawing the complete one, just to show you how this is happening. Okay, so a double bond is formed here, then this will get repelled and you have a minus charge here, and there is another double bond. So like that, if you see, there is 5 resonating structures will be possible, but all are non-equivalent. Okay, 5 resonating structures possible, non-equivalent. So that means, what is the idea here? Here the purpose is not drawing the resonating structures. So here what I mean to say is, this lone pair is not available for donation because that is entering into resonance. So that means indirectly, if there is a resonance in a particular compound, then the lone pair present in that will be involved in resonance, and if that lone pair will not be available for donation. If lone pair is not available for donation, that means it is not a good base. So I can conclude saying that, okay, I can conclude saying that this is a weak base. Okay, so I can say that due to resonance, RS, due to resonance, it is a weak base. Clear? So similarly, I can take the another compound, the next compound that is given there. So if you see here, this is the next compound that is given. So if you see here, you have CH2 and NH2 is present. Now what is the advantage of inserting CH2 here? Now I know that there is lone pair, single bond, single bond. So there is no conjugation here. That means this lone pair, the lone pair here cannot enter into resonance. Cannot enter into resonance. What is the reason for that? Because there is no conjugation. If lone pair, then single bond, then either double bond, like that it should go. But here lone pair, single bond, again single bond. So that means this lone pair is what actually available for donation. Available for donation. So if it is available for donation means what actually? If it is available for donation means it is a good base. Okay, so I can write here, this is a good base. Okay, so I hope it is clear for you. Now let's see the last one. So if you see the structure in the last one, you can see, okay, so you have a structure like this, and you can see NH and CH3 here, and there is a lone pair present here. Okay, now if you see here, you can easily see this lone pair, single bond, double bond. So that means there is resonance is there. So this lone pair is not available for donation. But you can also see here CH3 group is attached nearby. So that means this is having plus I effect. So this will keep on donating electrons here. So it is somewhat good. Resonance is there, but plus I effect is donating electrons. Correct? So if you consider this, now I can say what should be the order. The better one, better good base is second one. Correct? Then who will come next? I can say the third one, because it has resonance against the base but plus I effect helping. The first one does not have any plus I effect, it is only has resonance. So that's the reason why it is a weak base. Clear? Okay, so next we will see more questions actually. So you can see here, there is another question. Okay, so you could see out of these three, 1, 2 and 3, which one is more basic? That is the question. So let's say the first one, as you could see here, correct? So in the first one, again it is aniline that is given there. Okay, so I can say it like this, NH2 with a lone pair. So I can say this can enter into resonance. So that means lone pair LP not available for donation, not available. Why? Due to resonance, due to R. Now in the next one, if you see another atom, another compound, so you see here in that the nitrogen is part of the ring, correct? So if you see here, you can see alternatively this is coming. But here one important thing, the lone pair is present inside, but I know that double bond, double bond, then single bond, double bond, single bond. So this lone pair is no more entering into resonance because already there are enough number of pi bonds are there that is already doing the resonance. So I can say this is localized lone pair, localized lone pair. So what is the advantage of that? It is available for donation. That means this pair of electrons is not entering into resonance. So it is good base. I can say this is a good base. Correct? This is a good base. Okay. Now looking at the third one, you can see here. Okay. Again, nitrogen is a part of the ring. Okay. And you have hydrogen atom. And there is lone pair. Now what is the advantage of this one? You can see here lone pair is not involved in any resonance here, no resonance, but you have adjacent CH2 group and everything. So that is also putting or repelling electron towards the nitrogen atom due to what effect? Plus psi effect. So that means here in the third case, the electron density on the nitrogen atom is very high. It can easily donate it. So I can say it's a very, very good base. Good base. So among the three, who should be a stronger base? I can say third one. Okay, first third one comes, then who will come? Second one, then only first one. You can see the same answer down there. Understood? So the concept is very simple. If the lone pair is available, check whether that lone pair is entering into resonance. If it is not entering into resonance, means it is available for donation. Also check for other factors, something like inductive effect. Plus psi effect it should be. Minus psi effect means it will attract the electron away from it. The purpose is to increase the electron density on the atom which is capable of donating electrons. So if the electron density is increased, it can donate electrons. That means it is a good base. Very simple. Okay. Now let's try out the next question. So you can see the next question here. So I can just draw. So if you see this one, I can say nitrogen atom, again part of another ring. Okay. Then you have hydrogen atom. And there is a pair of electrons in the nitrogen. But here the scenario is different. Now if you see here, double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, lone pair, single bond. So that means this lone pair mandatorily needs to enter into resonance. There is no other go. Then only the conjugation will be complete. So that means this lone pair not available for donation. Not available for donation. Now let's look at the next one. Next one we already know it is nothing but our aniline. Okay. So if you see, this is nothing but aniline. Now if you see here, both in this case also resonance is present. In this case also resonance is present. Now we need to say between these two, which one is more basic. That is very difficult. But I can say here, if you look at this one, here the lone pair is directly involved in resonance inside the ring. Okay, and that means that is more involved in resonance. But here the lone pair is outside the ring for some part of the time. So I can say that is more available for donation compared to this one actually. So which one should be more basic? Here aniline should be more basic than the other one. That is very important. If the lone pair is involved in resonance inside the ring, means it is not available any of the time. But here during some part of that resonating structures, this is available on the nitrogen atom. So that is the reason we say this is somehow more basic than the other one. I mean aniline is more basic than the other one. This is more basic. Okay. I hope you understood the reason. Very important. Okay. Now let's see some more examples here. You can see. Okay. So I want every one of you to go through this question and try it from your side. Then only you will get a fair idea of what you are learning actually. Okay, now let's see. Give the stability order of. Please think from your side what can be the possible answer for this question. If you are able to write by yourself, that is very well and good, because questions of this similar nature will come for the exam. Okay, now let's see actually. So first one, let us analyze. You have a compound, okay, and you have SCH2 plus is here. Okay, so instead of this circle, if I remove this with a double bond, that is more meaningful for you to understand. Now if you see here, you can understand here, plus charge single bond double bond, plus charge single bond double bond. How the resonance will happen? Double bond will shift towards the plus charge. That is the way we have learned it. That means this will exhibit resonance. And also you can see here NO2 is added here. Now let's think in one simple direction. Now the question here is, give the stability order. Which one is more stable? That is the question. It is not regarding basic strength or acidic strength. Now I can say that stability means the plus charge should decrease. Any charge, if it is there, it should decrease. Now when NO2 is present at the para position, you can see at the para position, then what is happening? We know that NO2 will exhibit minus M effect. Also it will exhibit minus I effect. So what does that mean? NO2 is exhibiting minus I effect means it will attract the electron in this direction. So if electrons are attracted in this direction due to minus I effect, the positive charge over here keep on increasing actually. And also due to minus M effect, what will happen? Here NO2 will also attract, or it will take the whenever it comes here, the positive charge, it will get destabilized due to NO2. Okay, so how that happens, that is what next I am going to illustrate. Very important understanding. To understand that, I should draw this structure. Okay, so let's see that. So you know that in the first resonating structure, double bond will come here, so plus charge gone, plus charge will come here. Okay, then you have something like this, and you have NO2 present here. Now in the next resonating structure, what will happen? This will shift in this direction. Okay, so what will happen? You can see double bond will come here, then plus charge will come here, and you have double bond CH2 present here. You need to draw it, then only the complete field of resonance will come to you. Now at this point of time, you can say NO2 is destabilizing the positive charge, because NO2 is a group that will attract the electron. So what it will do, it will increase the positive charge density at this point of time, so making this resonating structure highly unstable. So that's the reason why we say whenever there is positive charge circulating in the ring structure, and if you have any of the minus M groups at ortho and para position, then it will destabilize the resonating structure. So easier way to conclude this is very simple. You can think like this: if plus charge circulates in the ring, if plus charge circulates, and if minus M group at ortho and para position, then what will happen? The structure is destabilized, opposite of stability, destabilized. Now we will write all possibility. Okay, now the next possibility is, see, if minus charge is circulating, it is possible minus charge circulates. Okay, minus charge circulates, and minus M group at ortho and para position. So what it will do, minus M group means it is looking for to attract electrons. So minus charge comes here means it will try to remove it and make it stable. That means this will get stabilized. This will get stabilized. So please remember, plus charge circulates and minus M group at ortho and para position, destabilization. Minus charge circulates, then minus M group at ortho and para position, stabilization. Okay, what are the other possibility? Now let's see. Now again plus charge circulates. Instead of minus M group, we have plus M group at ortho and para position. Take the opposite. So what is happening? Plus M group means what it will do? Think about that. Plus some group, whether it will attract or repel. That is what is important. So plus some group means it will repel the electrons. So if plus charge comes, that will get stabilized. Now the same question here, minus charge comes and plus some group is there, means what will happen? This will get destabilized. So this only through practice you will understand, or you don't want to conclude like this. With your logic you can find it out. Now here, as you have seen, the plus charge is coming here, and I know that NO2 group, it will attract the electrons. So it will attract the electrons means the plus charge over this position, para position, keep on increasing. That is instability. Understood? So I can say, I can rub this and say that the first structure is unstable. Okay? First structure is unstable. So first one is unstable. Now let us look at the next structure. Second structure, if you see, again you have, okay, CH2 plus is there. Okay, now look at the same way it will get circulated, but instead of here you have chlorine is present. So what are the effects of chlorine? Chlorine has minus I effect as well as plus M effect. So the advantage here is, with the respect to chlorine, that is the only group which is having minus I greater than plus M. So I can say, even though with the plus M effect, what it will try to do, when plus charge comes here, for example, when plus charge is coming, I am drawing that resonating structure alone like this. So plus charge comes here like this. Okay. So chlorine has lone pairs present here. Okay. So due to its plus M effect, it will try to donate electron to here and make it stabilized. But the problem here is, it has minus I effect that is dominant. So that will try to attract the electron in this direction. So which one is more dominant means minus I effect. So even though it is trying to donate electrons through plus M effect, but through minus I effect it is attracting the electrons. So as a result it is unstable, since minus I is dominant over plus M in the case of halogens alone. Okay. Now let's see the next one. Okay, so let's see the next one. So in the next one, if you see, you have compound, okay, with again the same CH2 plus, but you can see instead of chlorine you have CH3 group is there. Now the CH3 group has an effect, like it has a plus I effect. So plus I effect means what it will do? It will donate electrons. So if the plus charge comes here, okay, so if the plus charge comes here like this, and you have double bond here, and you have CH2 and CH3 is there. Now you know that CH3 has what effect? Actually plus I effect, and also hyperconjugation is there, that I will explain in that context. So this, due to plus I effect, it will donate electron in this direction and making this as a stable species. But in the previous two species, when plus charge comes over there, the plus charge quantity or the magnitude was increasing, but here it is decreasing. So plus charge decreases means it is getting stable. So I can say this is a much stable compound. Third one is a much stable compound. Now let's go to the fourth one, very good one. So in the fourth one, only difference here is, instead of CH3 you have OCH3 is there. So what are the peculiarity of OCH3? It has plus M effect, okay, and slight minus I. So I can say here plus M dominates over minus I. So what is the advantage? Now the advantage here is, when plus charge comes here, okay, plus charge comes here, what is happening here? You can say CH2 and you have here OCH3. So this OCH3 has lone pair present in it, that will come over here or donate electrons and thereby removing the positive charge, making it more stable. So I can say the most stable resonating structure in this one is which one actually? So I can say the fourth one is more stable. Okay. So the expected order is fourth one more stable, then third one. Okay. then who will come? Second and 1. Second will come because second has slight plus sum effect that will help. Then only first one will come. So the order is 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So I hope you understood. I hope it is clear for you. Now we will go to the next question. I hope now it will take some more time to understand this. This is the core part of this chapter actually, and you can expect questions directly from these questions. Okay, now you have the next set of questions here. You can see here again with the CH2 plus I am trying to explain. Okay. Okay, now let's start. So you have something like the first species. Okay, again with the CH2 plus it is there. Okay, then at ortho position you have NO2 group, and please understand that plus sum or minus sum effect is applicable or present only when the groups are at ortho or para position. Please remember that at meta position there is no resonance effect. Why? Because in the resonating structures you might have seen the charges are circulating only at ortho and para position. So at meta position if group is present also there is no effect. Okay, this is a critical point. Now you could see here as I have drawn again the same structure. You can see again in the first step what will happen. The double bond will shift towards the positive charge, correct? So in the first structure itself you can get something like double bond CH2. Then what is happening? Plus charge will come at ortho position, and you know that at ortho position you have NO2 group is present. So what NO2 group will do to this positive charge? Whether it will increase the positive charge or decrease the negative charge, positive charge. This is what you need to think. So NO2 group has minus M effect. So minus M effect means it will attract the electron, and minus I effect again means it will attract the electron. That means the positive charge over here increases. That is making it unstable. Correct? Now the same thing, now instead of this one, if you see in the next option, okay. So in the next option, if you see the NO2 group is present at what position? Yeah, meta position. So if it is present at meta position, what will happen? Again, I will draw and explain. Okay. So if you see here, you can see double bond CH2 will come. Okay. And plus charge will come here, and you have something like this, and NO2 is present here. Now if I draw the next resonating structure, this will come here. So you can see the positive charge comes here. You have double bond here, okay, and double bond CH2 present here. Now what is the understanding here? Even though NO2 group is present, it is present at meta position. So this has no impact on this positive charge. But I can say NO2 has minus I and minus M. I can say minus M effect does not have any impact on this positive charge, but minus I do have. Why minus M effect has no impact? Because it is present at meta position. It is present at meta position. So due to minus I effect, this is actually unstable. I can say that. Okay. So but comparing first and second one, who is most unstable, I can say first one, because first one has both minus I effect and minus M effect. That is very, very important to understand. Now let's look at the third structure. So we can look at the third structure. In the third structure you can see a wonder. So in the third structure the NO2 is present at what position? Para position. So at para position we know that the plus charge will circulate, and again it will come to this para position. Then the resonating structure will be like this, and you have double bond CH2. You can draw it and see, and you have NO2 group here. Now tell me, NO2 group has minus M effect. Because of this it will attract the electron from here, correct? Electrons are attracted in this direction, and also due to minus I effect electrons will move in this direction. Now I can say because of minus M and minus I this is unstable, but you can say sir at ortho position also the same was happening. But then how will you determine which is more unstable? I can say that due to minus M effect the impact is same on ortho and para position. We cannot distinguish, but we know that inductive effect is distance dependent. So in the first case where NO2 is present or ortho position means the very easily it can attract the electron. But here this is almost at a farther position. So that means here it has less minus I effect. So who will be more unstable? I can say first one is more unstable. Understood? Now last one if you see there is no groups connected to this one. So there is no groups present here. So that means somehow this is stabilized through resonance. Correct? This is stabilized through resonance because NO2 group is not destabilizing it. But if you have a plus M group is there, it will stabilize. But unfortunately, all the first three have minus M group that will destabilize. So because plus charge is there, then that I have already told, plus charge, minus M. Okay, what is happening? Destabilization. Then how will you understand the other one? Destabilize. Then you can say minus charge, minus M group, what will happen? Stabilization. Okay, please learn this. Then what is the next one? Plus charge, plus M. What will happen? So plus M means you can think in this way. Plus M means what it will do? It will donate. Donate what? Electrons. So if electrons are coming here, minus and plus, it will get neutralized. That means it will stabilize. This is the best way to remember. Then minus with the plus M group, what will happen? What plus M will do? It will donate electrons. So when electrons are coming here, already we have negative charge. So charge density increases. That is destabilization. So this is the conclusion you need to make. So you can simply write these two and check it. Plus charge, minus M. What minus M will do? It will attract electron towards in this direction. So if electrons are moving in this direction means positive charge increases. Positive charge increases means destabilization. Then minus M, but always ensure that this plus M and minus M groups are present at ortho and para positions. Otherwise, no impact. We have seen that. Okay. So I hope you got a fair idea. Please try to understand this and learn so that you can write yourself. No need to by heart. Okay. Okay, then we will try to see the answer. Okay, so what is the answer? Expected answer. Who is most stable? I can say fourth one being most stable. Then who is next one which is most stable? Second one, because second one does not have minus M. And next one most stable is third one. What is the reason? Because third one and first one both have the minus M and minus I. But third one has minus I effect which is less prominent due to distance. And then only the first one will come. So the answer is 4, 2, 3, 1. I hope it is clear for you. If you have any doubt, feel free to ask the same thing in the doubt clearance group. Okay. Now, are you interested to attend these type of questions? Now let's see one more question here. So here, instead the same order question, only one difference is I have now introduced OH group. So first understand OH group. Okay, OH group. What is the impact of this one? OH group. What impact? Plus M group. Plus M group and minus I effect group. Okay, but you know that always plus M dominates over minus M, except in the case of halogens. So plus M dominates minus I. So if plus M is there, you should give priority for that. Now let's see the first option. So in the first option, if you see, you can see OH group is present at ortho position. So plus charge is there. So we know that in the first case the double bond will come here, and what will come here? Plus charge will circulate and come here. Correct? So plus charge is coming, and what group is present? Plus M group. What plus M group will do? It will donate electrons. So that means electrons will come over here and stabilize this one. Even though due to minus I effect it is pulling the electrons, the more prominent effect is resonance effect. So I can say this is getting stabilized. Correct? Okay, just I am not drawing it. Now in the second case, the OH group is present at meta position. So in the first structure, the plus charge will come here, and then the next case plus charge will come here. So there is no role for OH group when it is at meta position. It cannot stabilize this positive charge. But you know that OH minus I effect is present everywhere. So I can say due to minus I effect, this is getting unstable because it will attract electron. Now next one, you can see OH group at para position. So again we know that first plus charge will come here, then plus charge will come here. So when it comes here, it will donate electrons to this plus charge and make it stable. So I can say this is getting stabilized. Okay. So some students will say, sir, in the first and third one, due to plus sum effect, it is getting stabilized. Then how we will determine which one is more stable? I can say that in both cases, plus sum effect are the same. But in this case, OH group is very much near to plus charge. So that is minus I effect is down. We can only differentiate between minus I effect. Here it is at a lesser distance, and here if you see, this is at a farther distance. So who will be more stabilized? I can say third one will be more stabilized, because it has plus sum effect and weak minus I effect. Weak minus I, because it is at a farther distance. So minus I effect is here destabilizing. So that's why weak minus I means destabilization is less. So I can say which is the most stable one. I can say third one. In the fourth one, if you say there is no groups here, so I can say that no impact. So here plus sum effect means that is stabilizing the groups. So which one will be more stable out of all the one? I can say third one. Then who will come? First one. Then who will come? Fourth one. Why? Because in the second one there is no plus sum effect, only minus I effect. So here minus I effect is destabilizing. Here nothing is there. So nothing is there and destabilization is there. So which one is stable? Fourth one. Then comes the second one. Clear? So this understanding is very important. So like this you need to compare it and learn. Then only you will get a fair idea. Okay. So the answer is 3, 1, 4, 2. Okay. So maybe we will do some more questions. Okay. So now instead of positive charge, negative charge is coming. So in this case, what will happen? Now again we can think like this. Okay, let me draw one structure for you so that it will be easy for you to draw the remaining structures. So CH2 minus is there. Okay, and NO2 group is here. Now I know that double bond, single bond, negative charge. What is the way resonance happens? Negative charge will shift towards the pi bond. So I can say the resonating structure will be, next structure will be like this. You have CH2. Then double bond comes here, this will get repelled and minus charge will come here. Then you have NO2 present here. Then double bond. So what is the next structure? We know that negative charge, single bond, pi bond. So this will move towards the pi bond like this. So you have a structure like this. So CH2. Okay. Then you can say this will come here and this will get repelled and it will form a minus charge here. Okay, minus charge is present here and you have NO2 group. Now you itself tell me what this NO2 group does. NO2 group, it is a minus M group and minus charge is present. What minus M group do to minus charge? It will stabilize. Why? Because minus M group, it will attract the electron in this direction. So that is, it is removing the electron and making this area stabilized. Understood? So I don't want to explain the other things. I hope now it is clear for you. Now I can say that due to minus charge present, the NO2 group, it has minus I effect as well as minus M effect. So due to minus I effect also, it will attract electron in this direction and remove the negative charge. And also due to minus M and due to minus I, this will stabilize this species. One is a stable one. Now looking at the next one, second one, you know that Cl, chlorine, has plus M effect and minus I effect. And I know that minus I dominates over plus M. So I can say due to minus I effect, which is dominant one, it is removing the negative charge and making the second one stable. Now the third one, that is very important, CH3 group, which has plus I effect, and due to this it is donating electrons. So donating electrons means the electron density over here increases. That means it is becoming unstable because negative charge is increasing. Now the next one, OCH3, we know that it has plus M effect. So plus M effect means what is happening here? We know that when negative charge comes here, what will happen? This will donate electrons here and making its electron density higher, making it unstable. Correct? So which one is more stable here? Now can you tell me? Since negative charge is coming and minus M group is there, I can say one is the most stable one. Next, then 2 will come, next stable one. Then can you tell which one is the next stable one? Surely third one. Why? Here majority students have a doubt, sir. Here plus I and here plus sum. I can clearly say plus sum has a much more important effect. So that's the reason why if it is donating electron and making it unstable, this will become most unstable compared to the third one. So that's the reason why third one is more stable than the fourth one. So the answer is 1 greater than 2 greater than 3 greater than 4. Clear? I hope this is clear for you. So similar to that, you can note down this question and try it out and check whether you are getting it. And also you can note down this question. Okay. And you can also note down this one. Okay. Then also you can note down this question. Okay. Now we have one more effect to learn, that is ortho effect. I will explain. So with this today I am winding up the class. This is a big session. You need time to understand. Then we will continue the application of resonance and then we will go to hyperquantification. Thank you.